Because we make our plans, but God approves them. You know what is going to happen to you when you get there. Africa is a great continent. Don't sacrifice your people for money. African can save this world. And it took me 10 years. And I waited. You will be the same person wherever you go. If you have a bad character, it will not change. You will be the same person when you come here. Please subscribe, share, like. If you want more videos, please hit the notification button. Love you all. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Emma from Tema. Today I'm gonna talk about my people in Africa. And I'm not saying it to hurt anybody. I just want you guys to know that God is in everything we do. If God is in everything we do, then your plans and purpose, your thoughts, everything He knows. When you're praying, He knows what you're talking about. So therefore, when you want to travel also, can you talk to Him about it? Because I know most of us in Africa want to travel to green pasture somewhere else in any country. But we don't really know these countries. Can we please pray about them? Because we make our plans, but God approves them. God approves the plans that we make. No matter what kind of plans we make, God has to approve it. So if you want to travel, don't just plan that I'm gonna travel. Tell it to Him. Can you please ask Him? Ask Him, is it my purpose before you make the move? Let Him confirm it to you that He is the one who wants you to travel. And if He wants you to travel, He'll make the way for you. Don't just think because you are struggling or suffering, so you will travel to any part of the world. A hustler, they call it. I'm gonna hustle. Yes, you hustle. But do you know where you're going? Even if you know where you're going, do you know what is gonna happen to you when you get there?
It took me 14 days with many ambushes along the way. I twice met bandits. The first ones robbed all my money, and the second ones robbed all my family's food.
We first met Jadao Makombo Nkose in Colombia, where he boarded a boat with his wife and 3 children to reach the Darien Trail. Later, he told us the jungle and its swollen rivers took a crushing toll.
While we were crossing the river, I was with my children, all of us, me, my son, and 2 daughters. We fell in the water, and when we fell in the water, I managed to save only 2 children. My daughter is gone. I lost a 9-year-old daughter, just like that.
Makombo told us he uprooted his family from Angola because he wanted to give his children a better future. Later, as he tried to explain to a security officer where his daughter was swept away, he knew that finding her would change nothing.
I have nothing left. I don't know how to move on now and go forward with the rest of the family.
You don't know what is going to happen to you. If He didn't ask you to travel, please don't do it. Because so many of my people, Africans, have traveled. Some did not make it. Some died on the way. Some are homeless right now in this part of the world. Some are very poor and people are not even hearing from them. Some are maybe mental in the institutions. They never hear from them, but they said they have traveled. Please commit your way unto the Lord. Let Him approve of it. Let Him tell you to go before you go. And if He wants you to go, it doesn't matter how long it's going to take, you will surely travel. Don't worry about it. You might suffer, but you will get there because that's how God works. You know, when Joseph in the Bible, when his people sold him, what happened? He suffered. Throughout his trip, he suffered. But he ended up becoming great. But it's not for everyone that way. Some people will go and they will make it because that's where their destiny is. Some people will go and they will die because they don't belong there.
The reason why I traveled to Libya was that when I born the last one 2 years and my husband left me. So I was suffering. Meanwhile, I have a little shop at my state in Enugu State where I used to sell provision. Then earlier this year, January, my stepsister now called me. I said, "Sister, yes, can you come to Europe?" I said, "How manage? Where, when, how?" He said, "Over there is okay. She is okay. That if I can make it, I should come to Europe." I said, "Okay, no problem. How do I go about it?" She now told me how to go. The excitement of that, my sister, she's there, she's okay. I have to go and see her. Then I sold everything at my shop, raised up the money, and started the journey. Then I now called her, told her, "Sister, see, I've raised the amount you have told me that I should bring." He said, "Okay, go and meet this so man in Bini. He will direct you the way to go to Libya." I said, "Okay." From there to like desert, we entered desert. We are suffering. They packed us as if we were ants inside there, both the children. They were crying, no food. We even begged for food for inside the desert to give them. Any food we see, we eat. Even the drinking of dead bodies' water, we also drank it. We are crying, suffering, begging people to give us food. Then we reached to the last village of Tripoli, the Libya. There we reached. We waited there for a month and watching the immigration not to catch us on the road. On their way to there, they now bring big trucks. They packed us. We are about 200 and something, both pregnant women, children, everybody, men and women. They packed us there. They now cover us with watermelon and cartons of fruits. We are crying over there. People, we are fainting inside the trucks. No air, nothing, no water. My children will also cry. We're using my hand to cover their mouth so that we will not cry. Because if they cry, once the Arab man saw them, he will use cane and start beating them. Why are you people shouting? So to avoid it, I will now hold their mouth so that they will not cry it out. But meanwhile, people will be shouting, fainting inside the healers, inside the truck, that we are dying, no water, until the last checking point is about to enter the Tripoli, when the police now notice that human beings are inside the truck and now say that you people must open the truck whether you like it or not. Then when they opened the truck, they saw about 200 and something human beings inside the truck. We are crying, begging, "Please, sir." They are flogging boys, flogging women, asking us what people are doing in Libya. What are you people doing in Libya? We don't hear Arab. We will be flogging you, beating you. God, people can't bear it anymore. People are fainting, dying. We now started to shout so that we will survive.
So it was your shout that the
Yes,
police had
yes,
and they had to check.
yes. They carried all of us to the prison where we spent 2 weeks and in one prison there. No food, nothing, no water. We even drank our piss there to quench our thirstness. Everybody, even my children, both people over there, drank their piss to test their quenchedness. We are crying, shouting, "We want to go back to Nigeria. Please, we want to go back to Nigeria." Sometimes I do carry the small children and be begging the good ones among them, "Please help us. We want to go back to our country." Then I now said, "Okay, since people want to go back to your country," they now transfer us to another prison in Tripoli, which they call that place Fela Camp. That's where we met some of our Nigerians there. So that place, even worse than where we are before. The same thing, nothing, no food, no water, salt water. If you drink it, your stomach will be turning you till that day goes down. But see them, we are crying, begging. Advice to all of them, they should not go. Even they tell you that there is money flowing on the floor, there is good life there. Don't be deceived by them, because all are deceivers. They cannot tell you the truth until when you reach there, you see it by yourself. I'm advising them all that even planning now today, they are moving. Don't go illegally to Libya.
You mean to not travel on an illegal journey?
Yes.
Please, Africa is a great continent full of blessings. When I traveled, because it's God's purpose, and I came to this country, I realized that Africa is a great continent, and we can make it in Africa if God wants you to be there. Just pray about it. Ask God, what is it that you want me to make? What is it that you want me to do to prosper? Jabez prayed, and his way was opened for him. he became blessed. Pray to God. Don't just pray and don't just be going around preachers looking for people to tell you your future. Oh, God hears you. He will hear you. Tell it to him. Tell it to him because he will direct your path. And everything that you go through, don't think that you are going through it for nothing. It is a stepping stone to your destiny, to your prosperity. Keep on going on. Don't scam people. Don't go do all kind of things to make money. Don't do dubious things to make money. Don't do money rituals. Don't sacrifice your people for money because you pay back. Just go ask God. It can be famine because right now, even in this continents of Europe, Africa, America, they are suffering. Okay, food is very costly. Africans can help them if they were farmers. Great farmers. God bless Egypt when Joseph was there. It was true that when famine came, Joseph was able to save the world. Whatever King Pharaoh dreamt about, Joseph explained it to King Pharaoh and they stored food and that saved the world. African can do that. African can save this world. Please ask God before you do anything. Traveling is not for everybody. If it's your turn to travel, God will let you travel. You can be in Africa and do whatever God wants you to do. And then you can travel. My brother got 5 years visa to visit me. He did not even ask me for invitation. He just came. He went to the embassy. He's a businessman for what he was doing in Africa. And they grant him 5 years visa. And he traveled throughout. Okay? So everybody who is in Africa can do the same thing. Whatever business you are doing, if God opened the door for you, you will be able to travel to any part of the world without suffering. So depend on God. God is real. It is Him who has given us the power to create wealth. So whatever wealth that you're going to create, if you depend on God, He will make you become what He wants you to be. Don't be trusting on voodoo people. Don't be trusting on fortune tellers and all kind of things. Trust God. I am a proof of it. Trust God. He will make you what He wants you to become. Do not think that God don't know anything. He knows. Depend on Him. I don't know how much more I can tell you, but I can tell you that God is real. God is real. Please, trust Him. Trust Him no matter what. I can tell you my testimony that I depended on God. And when it was time for me to come to this country, He revealed it to me that it's going to take me years before I come here when I couldn't come. And it took me 10 years. And I waited. But while I was waiting, I was doing other things. I was working. So when the ticket would come for me, it came suddenly. Just suddenly. I was doing hairdressing and I was going back and forth buying things all over the West Africa countries to come and put in my salon and come and sell to people before God opened the door for me. I wasn't just waiting for someone to come and just deliver it on a platter. No. So God will test you by you trying to do something on your own before He opens the door for you. Nothing is easy. Before you become something, you need to go through a test. You will be the same person wherever you go. You'll be bad character. The same way, character. If you have a bad character, if you have a bad character, it will not change. You'll be the same person when you come here. Whatever you do in Africa, if you're doing it good, you'll be good when you come here if it's God's time for you to come. So do things. If you are lazy in Africa, you'll be lazy when you come here. And this place, they are not joking. They are not joking at all. You have to work before you make it. So please depend on God. Let Him direct your path. It is God who can make you what you want to become. Not really in what you want to become, but what He has the best future for you. But until you depend on Him, you can never get there. Our help comes only from the Lord who created the heavens and the earth. So depend on Him. Thank you.